pal Sam. So check it out. We got all the Halloween decorations up. So we're all ready for the big party at the end of the month. It's going to be a huge blow, and everyone's going to be here. Mothman's going to be here. Bruce, the Beast of Bray Road, is going to be here. Cooter, the skunk ape, and Antonio, of course, and myself. Everyone you can think of. It's going to be a blast. I cannot wait. It's just going to be a hoot. And I went all out this year, guys. All out. Look at all this food. Look at this spread. I mean, look at it. It's crazy. I got candy and fruit and everything you could want. I mean, well, we won't talk about that. But I got anything they could want. I mean, look at this. I went super fancy this year. Check this out. It's pate. Ooh la la, right? Check that out. Well, this is actually cat food. Pate cat food. You know what? It doesn't matter. Half these guys eat roadkill. That's going to be a step up for a lot of these guys. Anyway, I will have to take the label off though. Anyway, that's not a big deal. That's not the point. The point is, we are celebrating all month long. We are pulling out all the stops. We have got new content rolling out, and one of my favorite things that we've been doing, which I just love, is we have been doing the true life creepy encounters of the Creepy Acres crew. That is where I interview the actual cast and crew from Creepy Acres, and they are telling their true life creepy encounters. How cool is that, you know? We're talking ghost stories, UFO stories. We got creepy cryptid encounter stories. Anything you can imagine. All the weird, creepy crap that ever happened to them made them into the weird degenerates they are today. It's a blast. It's just been a lot of fun. Now, stopping by today to share his story is Ben Kohler. Now, Ben has been here since day one. That's right. When we recorded episode 1, the very first day, Ben was here. Ben was on set. He was helping us run lines. That was before we even had half the people cast. And Ben would go on to voice Terry the Hunter. He would also do the skunk ape and the jackalope. And fan favorite, he also did Jerry the possum. How cool is that? But more than that, Ben also handles any of our legal issues because Ben is actually an honest-to-God lawyer. How crazy is that, huh? Well, you know, speaking of Ben, he should have actually been here by now. Well, you know what? Unlike Jeremy, Ben is actually quite easy to get a hold of, you know? So all I gotta do is, because he's a lawyer, all I gotta do is, there we go, just get some money out here and, ow, my neck! Ow, my neck! Works every time. Mwah. Hey, come on, man, we're filming out in the garage. Ben, I was just wondering if maybe you wanted to share your creepy tale with myself and, of course, and with our fans.
It's not an encounter, really. It's more kind of an other-sidey event. When I was in grad school, my dad passed rather suddenly and unexpectedly. I, being the oldest child, had been out of the house for a while and hadn't really been in the loop, so it was kind of a shock. It took me a few weeks to really process what had happened, and at that time I'd had a dream. Not into dreaming much. If I do, I don't remember them often at all, but this one was crystal clear. I was sitting in a hallway of what seemed to be a high school, maybe junior high school, long straight hallway, both walls lined with lockers. Didn't seem like any school I can ever remember having attended myself. End of the hallway looked out onto what I don't know. There's just blinding light was coming in there, and my dad walked toward me out of that light. And he struck me as being a lot taller than I recall. I seem to have been maybe sitting on the floor, looking up, but he was thinner, like trim in shape, wearing this tan suit, really wide lapels, like palm-wide lapels, full head of black wavy hair, just lots of it, more than I can ever remember having seen him with when he was alive. And then a biker mustache, like a really like full-on biker mustache, which was also weird because I'd only ever known him with a full professional office beard and mustache. So it struck me as a little odd, but then what really got me is he walked right up to me and leaned over a bit and said, "Tell my brother that monogamy is overrated anyway." And that was weird enough that it kind of woke me up. I popped wide awake in confusion and thought that whatever my subconscious was doing, it needs to lay off because that was really weird. I just kind of sat on that for a few days until the next time I had a chance to talk to my mom on the phone. And we were just kind of checking in on each other, making sure that we were handling things and kind of coping. And I brought up that I'd had that dream. And I was answered with silence for several seconds, and she said, "Call your uncle." And that was the end of that conversation, which weirded me out a little bit. I don't know what I'd wandered into, but I called him up and told him, I understand that this was all kind of sudden and circumstances weren't the best, and I hope I'm not stepping on anyone's feelings here, but I had a dream about my dad, and he told me to tell you that monogamy is overrated anyway. And again, silence for a little bit, and he said, "Thank you." And that was the end of that conversation, which really weirded me out. And after that, we started seeing that side of the family again. They'd scattered and wouldn't talk to each other for years after that. I was, I think, 30, and we hadn't heard from any of them since I was maybe 7. But he showed up at my youngest sister's wedding, and we started seeing him at the holidays again. It's a big, there was 9 siblings on that side of the family. So, but as it turns out, I was the oldest nephew on that side of the family, and had kind of been out of the loop when the family politics on that side got real ugly. And so by the time I went to college and things really started getting nasty, I was just not there. I didn't hear about any of it. And that message, I guess, was taken as, I don't know, maybe a sign of some sort. And it changed the dynamic to a certain extent. But the really weird part of that is that suit was something my dad hadn't worn since like high school, maybe. Same thing with the mustache. That was something that he'd only done real early on in school. I'd never seen pictures. I hadn't even heard about it. So, but this is before we had Facebook and cameras everywhere. It was a big deal to get your picture taken, and I cannot say I'd ever seen anything like that before or since. I got descriptions from his older siblings. That aspect of it is what really made me think that this was something else.
All right, well, well, thank you for stopping by and sharing with us your creepy encounter. It's it's given us a lot to think about. So thank you for stopping by.
Yeah. Well, thank you for dragging me through that trauma again. And as an attorney, I have to inform you that papers are probably going to be served on you tomorrow, and Probably going to cost you quite a bit.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by. Hey, what? I think I hear my phone ringing. I'm gonna have to get going here. But no. But by any means, by all means, thanks for coming by, and see you later.
You got any beer? Cheap ass.